Hi there, my name is NettyM, and today we're playing Factorio. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. When we last left off, we were making green science, and I think we pretty much got that ready to go. So the next thing we're going to do is work on a little bit of defense. Offense, defense, a little bit of both. But I already tried to do that. I recorded a whole episode about getting that started, and none of the audio recorded, so that episode's gone. Anyway, we didn't get a ton done anyway. Essentially what I did was decide to, because we're going to build it in this area here, I went ahead and extended the track out in the sort of the new design, and got a little bit of track laid down here, or like, started signaling some of these things here. And honestly, most of the episode was trying to figure out a problem that I had where I had forgotten to put a signal here to make this a two lane or two directional bit of track, and so this guy just got stuck, and that took me a fair amount of time to figure it out because I forgot that was a thing. So anyway, but that's pretty much what we did last episode, and then we got a little bit of the stuff actually built. So this episode, we are going to actually start designing the factory that's going to build our ammunition, because here's what we're going to do. Normally, I am, and not necessarily just have been in the past, I'm going to continue doing in the future, but we may make an exception, or we are going to make an exception for this factory. I like the idea of having everything be supplied from elsewhere. So when we're doing things like armor piercing rounds or piercing rounds, and the fact that we need firearm magazines, under normal circumstances and pretty much for everything else going forward, I am going to be making those off-site and then shipping them via train to the other factory, right? Because that's just the way I want to do it. Because I think that'd be more fun. It involves a lot of trains, it involves a lot of signaling, it involves a lot of logic. I just think it's a blast. Having my trains race all over the place, even if it's not super necessary. So for example, the sort of one of, not really the main reason necessarily, but one of the reasons that I want to do it this way is that, let's say I want to create a second piercing rounds factory. I could obviously build it exactly how I'm going to build it now with the regular ammo factories built in, but I prefer the idea of, hey, we have this piercing round factory, or say in the case of like red science or whatever, or green science rather, it's like, instead of building any of these things, the blue inserters or whatever, instead of building these things on site in conjunction, I'm building everything separately and shipping it all over the place, because I think that's a lot more fun. But it also means that, again, this isn't necessarily a benefit, but it means that I can build a second one of those factories. I can build a second piercing rounds factory. I can build a second green science factory, and all I really have to do is either make a new train or have the train I already have go to where I need it to go to the second factory. Right, because all of that infrastructure will be there. All of those source factories will already exist, and it'll basically mean no new logistics. So yes, but I think in this, maybe just this one, but we'll see how it goes. I think just in this instance, I just have, I think, no reason, because it's a single thing. It's such an easy craft. It's one item, and I just don't think I'll have use for regular ammo essentially anywhere else. I could be wrong about that. Maybe it's used for something else, in which case I might reconsider my position on regular ammo being made in conjunction. But I think for now, we're just going to go ahead and do it. So I've already sort of started thinking about how I want to do this and how I want to lay out a hopefully equally modular, as all my other factories, equally modular little factory that takes in an item, makes a thing, delivers it to here, and then takes two other items and does that. So this is going to require two items, because this is going to be armor-piercing rounds, which is 2 things plus the regular rounds. This is going to be just a thing. So certainly a belt or something will need to come along there. And I guess since this is only 2 things, well, how do I want to do this? This is the question. And how do I want to do it in a sort of a macro, repeatable kind of way? Because it could be the kind of thing where I do it like this instead, right? So we have just the iron plates coming in there. We have the ammo going in there. And then we have the steel and... So then this belt would have to be 3 things. Right? Armor piercing is, yeah, not iron plates. So theoretically we'd have to have then a double belt and a long inserter and like so. I mean, that's not, you know, I don't hate that. That's totally doable. So this could be iron plates and let's say steel, and then this could be copper plates. And then that should totally function. But for its sort of modularity, I don't love it. Right? That's only 3 factories. And then let's just say that. I mean, yeah, I guess it's okay. It's not the end of the world. And I guess if I really wanted to, I could just get rid of all of that to make it more sort of square. Not that square is important, but I want them to be as modular as possible. And I think the more square they are, the more easily sort of stackable, and you know, going left and right is not more efficient necessarily than going up and down, which sort of maybe will lead me to creating more square-shaped factories, which I just think will kind of fit in the space a little bit better. But yeah, I don't hate that, and I don't think I even hate the more rectangular version necessarily. I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea either. Let me get rid of a couple of these guys. Yeah. Yeah, the beans. But yeah, I don't think I hate that. Why did that? What? But yeah, something like that maybe. So that will be the ammo factory, the piercing ammo factory, because I don't think I have really any reason to get regular ammo at this point. And then next door to that will be a fairly standard factory, except it will need to be a 3-item factory, which I know I have in here. So this is my 3-item factory. I don't think I have a blueprint of that yet. I don't. I should make sure and make all the blueprints all the little blueprints for factories. Those are the words I'm trying to say. Can I take this even though it exists? No, outside the radar. Oh boo. All right, let's take a quick trip real quick because I'd like to start actually putting a couple of blueprints together so I don't have. Oh my gosh. We almost died. What actually happens? I assume your car blows up and you die. But I guess I'm not 100% sure about that. We could always find out. But I don't really want to lose all my stuff right in the middle of a train track. So, let me grab this. This is a little squat too. I probably could make this a little bit taller. This is going to need some work for sure. So, let me grab the tiles. Let me create the blueprint. I'm going to go ahead and save this for now, but we are going to have to heavily modify that bad boy. And then Right, and then the one I just started working on. So I've got a single belt factory, a double belt factory, and then a little... oh, of course. I was trying my best to talk and drive at the same time, and that's something I am not capable of. And then the sort of, yeah, consecutive factory, which I may or may not use more in the future. So it is still up in the air if this is even going to be useful or not, but we'll keep it nonetheless. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take that. Hello. Let's get rid of some of these guys. Thank you. Lovely. All right, so let me put down this somewhat busted double factory thing here, because I'm gonna go ahead and add another one to it. Add sort of another row, because I feel like it's a little too short. You know what I'm saying? One? Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's a little more square. And I mean, hey, there's no issue with having too many. Wow. All right, maybe let's not get carried away. Having another row of assemblers is not. It's not really gonna be a problem, you know. All right, so let me redesign this a little bit with better power poles in mind. Oh man, I really wish they were just a tiny bit better. I know they're great, but cool. All right, love it. So that's that. We don't need these. Acceptable. The direction of the belts and stuff, are subject to change, obviously. Okay, yeah, I like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this now. Is there a way for me to update? I'm not gonna worry about it. We'll just do it the way I know how to do it, which is basically just there. And then this, I guess, will go there. I'm not entirely sure of all the intricacies of how to use the blueprint system, but that more or less did what I needed to do. All right, so don't need Alt D. Don't need that anymore. And let's continue with this. A little weird that's so tall, but I don't hate it, I guess. All right, and then that's gonna go like that. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's great, actually. I think it's lovely. So let's put a little bit of power to make this basically the same way as the other one. Cool. Oh, we're gonna need some more, ooh, little awkward. But not the end of the world. Just a tiny bit unnecessary on how many power poles I need. Could theoretically just get rid of, well, no. I have to get rid of the whole thing. It's fine. Okay, so this is not complete. We're gonna need a few more inserters to do not that, in fact, because this is going to be the actual armor piercing thing. Armor piercing assembler. So we need them here up on the, oh, that is a little, whoops. Not yet. It's a little unfortunate. And we'll keep it consistent. I'd rather be consistent than... not that it matters. I just like to have things sort of in the corners of these buildings. I kind of always put the inserters down at the bottom. Right, that's correct. Okay. So this is going to be pulling iron plates. This is going to be pulling either copper or steel, depending on probably almost none factors. And this is going to be pulling the other one. This is going to be moving the regular rounds into the armor piercing rounds. And then that is going to get pulled out and put on the belt. These no longer need to exist. Okay, cool. I think that is a functional thing. Can't go there, but it's functional. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to grab this and set tiles on, and we're going to make a blueprint out of this. There we go. I don't know if I'm ever going to need that again, but I'd rather have it than not. All right, so let's do our thing here where we actually design this to function correctly instead of being dumb and just putting the things willy-nilly before thinking about how much space they need to actually take up. And this is going to be a little different because this is going to be four cars worth of stuff need to come and drop off here, because we are going to need iron plates, we are going to need copper plates, we're going to need steel plates, and I'm also going to craft turrets, so we're going to need iron gears as well. So we could do another consecutive thing, but not going to, because we already have copper or iron gears. So we're going to need a few things. This is going to be the output, so we're going to need we only need 2 cars here. This thing, nope. Okay, these need to go more near each other. We're gonna need these. Oh, wait. Do I not have... I should create something that's just... I'm going to. Let me put this down real quick and then tweak it to be just that. And actually, not even just that. Just this. There we go. So we'll have that as just a blueprint. So this will go there. So basically, we've got our balancers, or our 6 balancer. We've got our little train car situation, which can be flipped now. So that's helpful. And then we've got our thing, which will modify and remove. I'm going to go ahead and remove all of these, because that's not really going to be necessary anymore. Nor that. So this is just a little, and then in fact, I think I'll go ahead and tweak this so that it just stops there. So this is just a way of getting, we could probably make it better too, but now it sort of modularizes all of those things as opposed to, you know, having to sort of cannibalize various things. But so now this will work for various things. So this is going to be input. So all I have to do is that. And then that can be as many cars as it needs to be. And for this, it just needs to be 2. Armor piercing rounds and turrets. That's all this is going to export, if it even needs to export, which it might not need to export. Because it is, this might just be something that I want to go pick up for myself. But we'll see. I want to make sure it has the option. So we're definitely going to put things like these balancers down to make sure that we have enough space. And where we put our factories. So I think that pretty much is that. Let's go ahead and drop this little double guy. Again, we'll sort of think of a kind of a imaginary middle line here and kind of keep these guys to this side of it. And we'll put that. Is that going to be good? We'll put this a little higher. Maybe there. Okay, cool. I should maybe standardize the amount of space that it sits, but it's not the end of the world. Again, we might swap these around so the belts go down instead of up or whatever, but that is currently fine. Let me go ahead and just set this up a little bit. Did that? There we go. Nice. Okay. So that's that. Love it. And then all I need here is a triple? Do I need a triple for the, I do. Okay, so we'll get a triple. And then I think what I'll do is once I build this, I will tweak it so that it is, blank instead of having inserters. So let me get rid of a couple of these trees. That really upset it. But can't say I'm terribly surprised. Burp. All right, there we go. So that will be our turret factory. This will be our armor-piercing round factory. And then now we need an input for trains. So again, we'll use our little design here. And this is going to be 4 cars. So this is where I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to get this to work. But I think I can do, because as far as I know, I'm not 100% sure about this either, but as far as I know, 1 locomotive can move 3 cars total. Is that correct? So if I want 4 cars, I need 2 locomotives. I don't know if that's a hard and fast rule, or if it like affects the speed or acceleration or deceleration, maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to assume that I'm going to need 2 locomotives for this. And so I'm going to hopefully put one here and one here. I think I can do them on either side of the train. I think it would be a little silly if you couldn't. So that is the plan. Is that right? That is right. Okay, put that there. And then, ooh, look at that. Beautiful. All right, there we go. So that is sort of designed anyway. Pretty happy with how it turned out. I'm a little low on some resources, so let's head home and start picking a couple of things up. Oh, I definitely don't need that. Don't need those anymore. Pick a couple of things up and, oops. I got distracted here because I was like, is this an input or an output? But it's an output or an input, so it's okay if it's empty or drained. Because another train will be around shortly, I hope. Oh, man. One of these days, I will learn how to play this game. All right. So let us go get some stuff. Some assemblers. We're going to need some... we're going to need all sorts of stuff. We're going to need a bunch... we got some belts, I suppose. We're going to need... probably some more train tracks. Probably some... I'm building... these? But I don't have any more. So what do you want from me? That is all you need for big power poles? No, it's not even close. So, copper plates and... oh, that's not related. I was thinking, for some reason, I was thinking these gears were going into this as well, but no. Steel. There we go. Just because, why not? Might as well have that. Might as well have that doing its thing. Okay, so we've got assemblers. How many is this going to give me? 1. Good. That's the right number. And then we'll grab a few copper plates. Oh, and iron plates now that it comes to it. We're definitely going to need a couple of motors or engines or however you say it. I need some copper gears. We're gonna need, what else does this need? Just some pipes. Do I have any pipes? Oh, I sure do. Look at all this garbage I just have rolling around in my inventory. You guys are like, yeah, we know. We know, dude. We see it. We see it and we're mad at it. And to that I say, let me pick up a couple of stone so I can get a little bit more train track cooking while we're away. I don't know if I'm gonna need a ton of train track for this build since we're on a fairly established train line already. But, you know, a little bit. And then real soon, this is what I would be doing right now if I wasn't slightly concerned about my defenses. I really got to get some of these things that I use on the daily, like undergroundies and splitters and stuff. I got to get those auto-crafted. But what can you do? All right, so hey, look at that. Perfect. Exactly what I need. 2 locomotives and 1, 2, 3, 4 train cars. So that, what did that do? That ate into my steel a fair bit, but I'm not super concerned about that at the moment. All right, let's move. I'll get a few of these. We will get definitely a few of these. A couple more of those. All right. Hopefully that will more or less take care of what we're going to build right this moment. Which is... I just want to get these... I think I just want to get these factories at least built, more or less. Or at least I want to get this one sort of built so I can kind of undo... undo the thing. And I'm going to set this to nothing. Yeah, cool. And redo that. And now I'm going to redo the blueprint. Just so that I can have this be blank in here. Which is that one. Cool. And because I don't know if there's a way to do that in the blueprint editor. Tell me if there is. That would be really nice if I could just go in here and unset that. I don't know. I don't know if that... I feel like I tried that. And it didn't work. Well, I mean, I tried to press it on stuff, and it didn't do what I wanted to do. So, anyway, but for this is going to be turrets. Probably a little overkill in the amount of turrets that we're building. But these are the modular factories. That's what we got to work with. That's the whole point of the modularity. Because, I mean, how many turrets am I really going to need? Probably a lot, but probably not what I assume will eventually be hundreds that are coming out of there. This, however, we definitely will need a bunch of. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down some factories. And we'll go ahead and get these set. I really recently I noticed like a face in here with like this little strip here being the mouth. And then these little gears being eyes, and this weird little white thing right there being a nose. And now I can't unsee it, and now you can't unsee it too. Anyway, let's go ahead and set these to regular ammo. Those, and those. So those ones are going to be regular ammo there. And then these guys are going to be piercing ammo. Those, and those. And there we go. Cool. So those are the assemblers all ready to go. Let's go ahead. We don't really need to worry about the output just yet, but we are going to have to worry about the input because it's going to be complicated. Well, not complicated, but, you know, I don't 100% know if it's going to work. So there's that. All right, so let me run this. Whoa. Burp. Burp, burp, burp. Oh boy. Well, alright, that's fine. I really mainly just wanted to get my train stop in and ready to go. So, I'm gonna need all of this. And we gotta figure out how exactly I'm gonna wire this up with belts, that is, so that all these 4 different things go to the right place. So, copper and iron plates go both places. So I think it might not be a bad thing to have... Oh, you know what I just realized? Well, I guess that's not a particularly difficult thing to figure out. I don't have 4 car outputs anywhere. So whatever it is that's going to be in this 4th car or even the 3rd car, but I feel like I do have a 3rd car thing somewhere here. So somewhere I can insert 3rd car. I just don't remember where it is. Here? Definitely not. Or maybe here. No, that's 2nd car. But somewhere I'm clearly inserting 3rd car because I'm dropping off 3rd car. It's green circuits. So yeah, here. So I'm putting stuff in 3rd car. But Whatever. So we're going to have to decide what will go third car in this. So we've got iron plates, copper plates, steel plates, and iron gears. I'm thinking, because of the way that I have this all laid, well, this is spaghetti, and it's gonna need to get fixed, and it's already broken because I didn't design it correctly. That might not be that might not be third or fourth car. Gears, pretty easy to do third or fourth car. Got lots of space. Plates, not too crazy to do third or fourth car, but it would be a little bit of a kerfuffle. We'd have to move some, we'd have to sort of underground here or something like that. Copper, probably one of the more difficult in some ways to do fourth car. So I'm thinking gears. I'm thinking gears are third car. Or fourth car, rather. Gears are fourth car, because it'll be relatively easy to just put a little output right there. Gears will be fourth car. Copper will be third car, because although it's not there, it won't be too crazy to put that there. So gears fourth car, copper third car, steel, who knows? Whichever car it goes in, it'll be a nightmare. So I guess, actually, you know what? Fourth car might actually be the easiest for steel, because I could just wrap it around this way instead and just put it right here. And just not really have to mess with this, because fourth car is, right here. So maybe steel fourth car. Steel fourth car. Gears third car? That might actually be even easier. Part of it's already built. So I wouldn't have to redesign anything, but I don't think I'd have to redesign anything there either. So fourth car, third car, first car, just because that'd be the easiest. And then, let's say second car for copper. Yes? I think that's doable. And then, so that's gonna be, is there a way for me to, how do I, is there a way for me to put like map markers down? Oh, I'm not in the map. That might be part of it. That's kind of how I would expect it to do it, just because of the way that nope, that's map, obviously. Add tag. Okay. So plates. Oh, name. Let me just get an icon. Oh God. Okay. It's a bit of a pity that it disappears with once you see the map, but I guess that makes sense. And it's also a little bit of a pity that it's massive. I kind of wish it did this, where it shrank as you got closer. Okay. I don't know if that's the most useful. I was just gonna label them. But I don't know. But anyway, I think it's going to do it for this episode. When I come back with more Factorio, we will continue to build this out. I probably will finish this as I have done the last couple of episodes. Just sort of, it's already basically here. It's basically designed. I'll go ahead and build all the stuff, construct everything. I'll probably just construct what's here, and then we'll sort of work out the belt logistics as we go, because I think that's going to be fun. But also, we'll probably run into some interesting challenges, which I'd like to have on camera. So I'll probably just build what we have here, probably complete all the track that will be necessary, clear out a few more trees, and then when I come back, we will figure out how exactly we're going to do this train line that will have 4 cars. and how we're going to belt all of these 4 things for different resources into the various factories in a way that allows them to function. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you again, and I hope you have an incredible day. Okay, bye! Thank you again for watching the video. If you'd like to see more from me, feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when my videos go live. I'd also very much love to hear from you down in the comments below.